This is my favorite test while I'm walking property. Hello? Anybody here? Flip off house, we're done. It's pending, sold, closes tomorrow. Bought this house on March 20th. We are closing June 1st. That's a 70-day flip. And not only that, we got a little bit of lift in the pricing. Originally, we had paid $380,000 for this property. We thought we were putting $100,000 into the renovation and selling for $6.25. We ended up selling for $700, 10% more in value, which is exploding the return. So how do we get that extra money out of the deal? Well, one comes down to market timing. Timing is everything in real estate. The second is putting the right plan on the property and the right specs and details. Buyers will pay you more for delivering them the right plan. We added a primary suite, and then we upgraded this property to a much higher level than what anything else in the market had, and that's why we got that extra little premium. How we structured this deal is I brought in my good friends Dave Myers and Ashley Kerr from Bigger Pockets. The first flip me and Ashley did was kind of a flop, so I had to make it up for her. And this one really is. All three partners, myself and Ashley and Dave, we brought in $42,000 each. That's $126,000 to do this deal. That included the down payment for the purchase on the property, the carry cost during that time, the staging cost, and that's our total cash out of pocket. Once we've sold the property, according to our HUD, we have over $250,000 coming back to us, which means we made about $100,000 to $125,000 in profit, and that's 100% return in 3 months annualized. That's a 400% return. Henry, good luck. Now, how do we get that kind of return? Because is that normal for flipping? Absolutely not. Sometimes it's just about putting the right plan in and really hitting the market at the right time with the right finishes. How do we turn it in 70 days? Is that normal? Not really in our market, but it's about how we plan that out, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So in this property, we updated everything: flooring, cabinets, doors, trim, tile, but then we added the features that we're gonna get that extra premium, which is expanding our kitchen down, adding a full tile backsplash, and then also not making it so generic. The one thing with flipping, and this is more of our lower, I don't call it lower quality, but cost-conscious types of flips, but we still add the character. Adding things like cabinets, countertops, full tile backsplash. A lot of people do that, but then adding little details like accenting the hardware. This kitchen faucet has a black and a gold. The gold matches up with the handles. These little design things don't cost much, but they can really add bang to your buck. When buyers walk in, they feel special. The more special they feel, the more they're gonna pay you. And so the property came together. How we kept it in a tight time frame, because again, 70 days is pretty quick, is we didn't mess with the structural layout. Typically in a house, I want to blow open my whole kitchen, I want to have an island here, big great room concept. But after we reviewed the comparables, we saw we really didn't need to get it to hit that $6.25 number. That was our original price that we were shooting for. By not doing that, it cuts weeks off your timelines, if not months. When you open this kitchen wall, I gotta get an engineer, I gotta get permits, I have to have it inspected. That takes time, especially with the cities. So we opted to keep the deal moving forward because we want the highest possible return, and we left the wall in so we could keep it going fast. The key to this deal was trying to turn it fast and get the highest annualized return. The faster we move the property, the quicker, watch out for these things, the faster you sell the property, the higher your return is. When you're flipping homes, it's not just about profit. I look at how much cash do I have to put in, how much cash am I getting back, and what duration of time am I getting that in for? Not really the profit. So on this deal, we put in $126,000, we're getting basically 25 back. That's 100% return. We did this all in 3 months, times that by 4 for the year. That's a 400% cash on cash return, and that's how you explode things. So again, time is a major factor. It's not always about profit. In the backyard, we gave it a massive overhaul. It was overgrown. It just looked dingy. No kid's gonna wanna play out there, and that's really important for the product we're putting out. This is a small family that's gonna be buying this house. We ended up repositioning the bricks, give it a nice hardscape. We added more sod in the back, and then we also painted all the fences and added beds, so it felt really good. As the buyer came through, they have their kids, they know they can play in a fenced yard, and the more a buyer can feel a house and envision how they live in a house, again, the more they're gonna pay you. Another big thing that we did to create more value in this property, but not jeopardize the time frames, we added an additional bath, but we did this in a non-structural way. We weren't moving, one of the things about flipping is you want to make your layouts inside the structural shell. Now, if you're doing a higher end flip, sometimes it makes sense to move the staircases, move all the places around, but that's gonna cost you time and money. And there is a place for that with the right deal. Now with this house, we didn't want to go through all that permitting delays. We pulled our electrical permit, we were able to get that signed off. It was very simple, very quick. But if we would have moved the bathroom into maybe our most ideal space and reconfigured the house, it would have been maybe a better floor plan I would have liked, but it would have taken longer and cost more. So how we kept it cost conscious is all we had to do to add this bathroom was frame a wall down. We already were doing the electrical, added the electrical in this section, and we butted it up with a bathroom next. So it's a wet wall to where the plumbing's all in one spot. That's gonna reduce your cost. We then added this bathroom that's now gonna service the other 2 bedrooms, and this gave us the space to add that primary bath and the primary suite, which is a huge value increase. Homes with no primary suite were selling in the low 600s. If we wouldn't have done this, we would have sold this house for nearly 10 to 15% less. So we bumped this over with a 2x4 wall, and then we were able to claim the original hall bath and make it into a giant primary bath. Well, maybe not that giant, but a giant shower. Big 6-foot shower, and then we tied it all together in a very cost-effective way. This design looks amazing, but we did not blow the budget on the tile. It's 99-cent tile mixed in with $3 tile. It's about how we laid the tile to give it that flavor. We put the back wall matches up with the curb. That gives it dimension. We then have our 99-cent tile on the side, which still looks good because it's a natural tone, ties in with the greenish color tile, which works with the exterior of the house. And then we took the mud pan on the bottom and we stuck it in the niche. So it gives it that dimension, and little things like this is really what makes it feel spa-like. And again, where it makes it feel not generic. People don't want to pay you a bunch if it's what everyone has. When it feels a little bit more special, they'll pay you more, and you don't have to do it by spending more and more money. It's about how you set the tile and how you lay it out. So always work with your teams, work with your designers, and how can you even just change a piece of tile a little bit, direction, add some different color grout lines, different little bit of Schluter, not spend a bunch of money, and you don't have to go buy the $20 tile. $20 tile is just way overhyped for this house. So again, we hit a massive number on this property because we put the right plan in it. We were able to renovate it in 70 days because, again, we created a floor plan that wasn't going to require a lot of permitting, not a lot of structural changes. That keeps it cost effective and time effective. And there's a time and a place for every time you do that, but it really comes down to the comparables. You want to dig into what comps are you using, what spaces do they have, and if you're trying to get to that value, you have to match it, whether you have to increase your time frame and budget, or you can reduce your budget and your time frame and go for the lower value in the simpler floor plan. Always do your research. Now we're hitting 100% return on this deal in 3 months. Is that normal for flipping? Nope, it's not. Nor did I have the intention that we were gonna hit it, but we hit the right spring market, we put the right product, and we were able to crush it. That's what happens with flipping. Some properties, you're gonna buy them, they're gonna be duds. Some properties you're gonna buy and they're gonna go the way you think they're gonna go. And then every once in a while, 1 to 2 out of 10, you're gonna absolutely rip the deal, and that's how you can crush flipping. It's about buying, staying active, and the more projects you do, you're gonna hit that magical profit pounder, which is gonna make a huge impact in your portfolio. So for more flipping advice, make sure you like and subscribe below, or even better, check out Project Flip and ProjectRE, and we're gonna teach you how to flip these houses in 70 to 100 days and make nearly 50 to 100% returns by doing your deal right and structuring it correctly. The biggest thing that I want everybody to take away from today is
plans can change because real estate changes. And really the whole goal out of this is just to give back to the community and educate, right? Because what we're trying to do here as investors, we're all trying to figure out how to revenue properties, right? Whether it's a fix and flip, ADU, development, and there's so much learning curve. So there's a project flip where it's 8 weeks where we teach you every little basic step of flipping. You get the contracts, the forms. Then we have private money for those who want to lend out their own money, secure their money, make revenue, teach you how to lend out your own money. Now we're teaching wholesaling right now. It's an 8-week course on how to get direct to seller, how to collect assignment fees. You hear a lot that you can't find a deal. You can't find a deal. There's plenty of deals out there. It's about how you execute on them and what plan that you're going to put on these properties.